In this video, I'm going to go over some bases loaded scenarios. There are two common scenarios that coach will call when bases are loaded. The first one is get the runner out at home, which is very basic. We all know that one. When there are bases loaded and coach says get the runner at home, we want to play in front of the baseline. We want to play in front of that baseline in order to get that runner out. If we are playing in our normal depth and play behind the baseline and a ball is hit to us, we're not going to have enough time to get that runner out at home. The corners are going to be playing in about 5-6 steps from the bag, and the middle infielders will be playing in front of the baseline, so they're going to make sure that they are in front of the bases in order to get that runner out. So with that, you want to play the ball first. So for example, if coach says get the runner out at 4, we're all going to position like we're going to get that runner out at 4. However, it's not always going to be the case, and this is where your situational awareness comes into play. So I'm going to use the example of me playing shortstop, and I just like to use shortstop because that's where I played. So I'm playing in front of the baseline and a ball is hit up the middle. If I have to go a decent amount of distance to get that ball, I'm going to be taking maybe like 5-6 steps, and I am going to be going away from my target, which is home. So I'm going to be going this way, and even though coach said let's get the runner at 4, because the ball is taking me up the middle, I'm not going to be able to get that runner out. So just because coach said 4 doesn't mean I should field it, completely turn and throw 4, because she's going to be safe and I didn't get any outs there. So even though coach called 4, ball is hit up the middle, I'm going to go with the ball. So I've got two options. I'm going up the middle, I'm going to field it, toss it to second base because that's where the ball took me. The other option, let's say it's hit a little bit slower, I have to charge in. I might not have enough time to get that runner at second, but I still have that option to get her at first. So play the ball, know the speed of your runners, but even though coach said 4, you don't want to force it and just throw it there because that's what coach said. Play the ball so you can still get those outs. Corners, if the ball is hit to your right or to your left, you still might have a play at home because you're in a lot further than the middle infielders are. Really just depends on how hard that ball is hit off the bat and who your runners are. If you have a really fast runner at third and it takes you a while to get that ball, you got to know that she's probably going to be safe at home and you have to go to first base. Now, if it's hit to you very hard, and let's say even if it's 1 step to your glove side, you field it and do a little bit of a spin because it was hit to you hard, you still might be able to get her out at home. The second common scenario with bases loaded is that coach will have the middle infielders back and coach will tell them to turn a double play. And the reason for that, runs don't really matter right now. So let's say you're up by 5-6 runs, coach just cares about you getting an out opposed to just getting that runner out at home. Now corners are going to still stay up because if they get the ball, they can throw home and then catcher can throw it to first, that's a double play. Middles are going to move back so they don't lose their range. When we play up, we lose a lot of our range, so because coach cares more about the outs, coach wants you back so you can get those outs. Now, same rules apply like I said earlier. Just because coach said turn that double play doesn't mean you should force it. What coach really cares about is that you're getting the out. So for example, if I'm playing short and a ball is hit to my right, because that ball is taking me to that right side, I'm not gonna force it and try to go to second base because I might not be able to get that girl out. I'm gonna go where that ball takes me. So I'm gonna go over to my right, field it, flip to third, and I still get that out. You want to make sure at practice that you're practicing all of these scenarios. That way come game time, you don't have to think about it too much, but you just want to be really aware on where you're standing, where that ball is hit, how hard it's hit, and who your runners are.